What? Me? Hang on, packs only be purchased with FIFA points? Hang on, but I haven't got any. I said, get a credit card! FIFA points!
Hello? Is that Jamie? Yeah. Yeah, your problem's been dealt with.
Harrison's also a money grabbing. Alright guys, before we get into this video, I want to talk to you about Futtrading.co.uk. It's a website run by myself and V273 where we help you guys to make millions of coins on FIFA every single month. I know you guys mentioned that I talk about it a lot in my videos, but the reason for that is the website helps allow us both to be full-time, and it means I'm able to bring out 3, sometimes 4 videos a day on YouTube because I can pay for an editor and give those who can't afford the website as many trading tips as I possibly can do. £10 a month gets you access to Tier 1, which gives you buying and selling prices for silver cards, special cards, icons, and Thursday flips. Tier 2 is £15 a month. It includes all of Tier 1 and access to live filters, our ChemStar area, which is extremely effective right now, hundreds of thousands of coins being made every day from there, and our fluctuation area, where we monitor the market for lows and highs, allowing you to make as much coins as possible. So make sure you check it out. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload. Let's try and get this video up to 50 likes. The growth on the channel recently has been crazy. We're gaining a huge amount of subs every single day. You guys are absolutely killing it, and I'm extremely thankful for everything you guys do for me. Make sure you comment down below anything you want to see on this channel, because you guys know you get 3 uploads a day. The morning is usually League SBC Method to Glory. That's why I teach you guys how to craft players and packs for free. The evening video is a trading video, teaching you guys the quickest and most efficient ways to make coins, but properly trading, not just sniping filters, ways that you guys can then apply that knowledge to other parts of the market and start to get a good grasp of the fundamentals of trading. And then the evening video is usually the 6 PM content, whereby you guys get to see me open up packs or whatever it is without spending FIFA points and see my grind pay off. That's what we try and do. This video may go live at midnight on the Sunday, but it might be the Monday morning upload, because League SBC Method's still very difficult at the moment with the fact that I've got loads of silvers invested in and I've got to wait for them to rise before I sell them. However, this video is all about Foot Champions, and I'm going to put this as bluntly as I can. The fact that Foot Champions is pretty much a scam. I don't say that lightly. I'm going to explain myself first and then we'll get into detail about it. I've just finished Weekend League. I only ever intended to play till Golf 3. I finished 14 and 4 this week. I'm quite a good FIFA player. I'm not, by any stretch of imagination, a pro. Last year, those of you that watch my channel know, consistently hit Elite 3, hit Elite 2 once. I'm a good FIFA player. But I never really have the intention to play the Weekend League that much, because in my opinion, the time taken makes it a scam. So the time taken is very important here, but it's not important to everyone, I guess. But if you average out, let's say you are an average FIFA player and you've got to play the 30 games a week to get yourself gold 3, because some people do, and that's completely fine. The average time taken to complete Weekend League, from what I've been told and from after a few people in the community that I know, is about 7.5 hours minimum. That's not including things like extra time, penalties, get your team ready, waiting for games. The actual play time is 7.5 hours minimum. Now, when you look at 7.5 hours, it doesn't sound like massive, but it is a decent amount. So those of you that watch this channel know I did a 0 to 1 million series over the course of a week for you guys to watch it. It was 4 days of trading for me. The actual trade time on that was about 12 to 14 hours, I think, give or take, to make the million coins. Now, not everyone trades like I can. I get that. I try and teach you guys to trade as much as I can. But most people could probably, in 7.5 hours, make 200, 300,000 coins. I don't think that's beyond the realms of possibility. There's a few big problems that Champs has, and they're vitally important. The first, like I say, is the time taken to complete them. The second is the rewards themselves, and the third is the gameplay. All 3 of these are relevant. So in this video, I'm going to show you some clips of gameplay this weekend. Some things that I benefited from, some things that I didn't benefit from. But I want to talk about all that. But if we focus on time initially, EA, being they, feed off FOMO. They feed off the fact that they've got this Premier Game mode called Foot Champions, which tells you how good you are at this game. That's the point of it. Now, I know guys that don't play Foot Champions, but are very good at this game because they make their coins by playing drafts, because to them, it's less time consuming than Foot Champs and the rewards are better. So 7,500 Foot Champs, if you finish gold 3, if you're that sort of player, obviously some of you will finish higher than that, gets you a 50k pack, 2 35k packs, and let's say, for example, if you're a gold 3 player and you're sat in Div 3, for example, I sit in Div 1, that's where I play my games in Division 1. If you're in Div 3, for example, it gets you some other packs, but it gets you whatever it is, and those 2 picks. Now, if you put 7,500 into draft, if you're that good, you get more pack value. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's an absolute fact. You get more value from drafts than you do from Foot Champions. If you win a draft, I think it's not far off the rewards you can get for gold 1 at times or gold 2. And so, to me, it's just not worth the time. I played Foot Champions this week. Last year, I wanted to prove to you guys and show to you guys that I was a good FIFA player as well as being a decent trader. And so that's why I did it last year a lot. This year, I don't need to prove that anymore. I'm like, I've done it. I've gone out 14-4. I'm going to throw away wins now and give people wins. But the time taken for me is an issue because you've got to grind it out. When you also couple that with the fact that with Div Rivals, you've also got to play a hell of a lot of games on a Thursday because of this new stupid rule they brought in with Div Rivals where you can't get extra wins after the Foot Champions to boost your ranking up, which was, I don't know what idiot thought that was a good idea. It's a dumbass idea. I don't know who thought that was clever. It means you've got to play a lot of games on this game to get rank 1 Div Rivals and play Foot Champions. And in my opinion, that's a problem. It's not healthy. It's not good. But when you take that time taken and you look at rewards, right? So if you are the sort of player that gets gold 3, gold 2, because that is a majority of players on FIFA end up at gold 3, gold 2. It's a minority that get elite and gold 1. You get given 2 picks and you get given those packs. Now the packs, you're relying upon luck to a degree. It is what it is. The picks are the problem, in my opinion, and they're a major, major problem with rewards. Because Team of the Week is no longer fit for purpose. The way that the power curve is now on FIFA, with EA releasing ridiculously meta cards 24/7 to try and sell packs, because that's what it comes down to. We get promo after promo after promo, so EA fill their own pockets. The picks should not be Team of the Week anymore. It is not fit for purpose. They should be the promo cards from that week's promo or the week before's promo. It is not good enough anymore to throw people 82 rated cards that are utterly unusable in the hopes that they get something good. But EA rely upon the FOMO because we all do it. Everyone does it. Everyone thinks this might be the week I finally get a good pick. And if you have to put an upgrade pack on this game that says you can upgrade basically 11 useless Foot Champions picks for one 86 plus that's potentially useful, you know you're messing up. You know there's a problem in the system somewhere. That means people are getting so many of these cards that you need to fix it up. It's as simple as that. You need to sort it out. And so for me personally as a trader, I could take those 7.5 hours and I can make 500k on my account. And that's why I don't play Foot Champions much this year. I don't see a point. It's annoying for me because I want to be able to prove myself and play better and do better at the game and use the coins that I make to build a better team. But what is the point? When I think about it, I think to myself, well, I'm doing this in the hope that I pack something good. So if I'd have played through to Gold 1 Elite this week, because I could have got Gold 1, I can go and get Gold 1 if I want to. I'd like to think so anyway. I sit there and go, well, why bother? Because even at Gold 1, like I'm relying upon getting a really insane pull for the same amount of time that I could just go into the market and trade it. And it sounds like I'm being arrogant in that, but it's not. I teach you guys these same methods. And I've got guys DMing me on Twitter saying, that video you brought out, I made 100k today. And I'm like, how long did you do it for? And they're like 2.5 hours. And I'm like, that's insane. So you take that 2.5 hours for someone who's a complete new trader and take 7.5 hours you play on Foot Champions, that's 300k. And to me, it just doesn't make sense. I look at champs now and I go, what is the point? And so there comes a time where I say, is it worth my time? And the argument probably is, no, it's not worth my time. It isn't worth my time for me to sit there and play Foot Champions each week. What is the point? Because I can make more by doing other things in this game. Now, can everyone do that? No. And is it always the right mentality to have? To be like, well, I'm not going to get anything good anyway? No, of course it's not. Part of the fun of FIFA and Ultimate Team is building a good team and using it. But at the moment, I'm struggling to see the point in doing it. What I do want to do now is show you some of the gameplay because Friday, the gameplay was very good. I was 8-1 by the end of Friday. I knew eventually I'd start playing better players that are better than me. All 4 defeats I've had this weekend, 100% better players. I don't make excuses when I'm beaten by people. All 4 defeats I've had this week, by far, they were better players. They outplayed me, no doubt. Couple of games that I've won, they outplayed me and I got away with some sweaty stuff. And I always openly admit that it's sweat. Like, I got lucky in that situation. But I do just want to show you some of the things that happened this weekend to show you that Saturday, Sunday, this game fell apart. The gameplay was dreadful. It was like players were stuck in mud. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm moaning, but I have a right to. I pay my money for the game. We all do. Your servers should be able to keep up with the amount of people on them. Your gameplay should be perfect. I expect perfection as much as so far as possible. Because you are charging £50 odd for a game. You're making billions of pounds a year from FIFA points. I expect perfection. EA don't want to give perfection. They want to get you frustrated, make you rage, so you spend more on FIFA points and try and build a better team, because it must be your team that's the problem and not EA's core services that's the issue. But let's go away. I'm going to show you a couple of clips. I'll be right back. Alright guys, this is the first clip that I want to show you. This is a goal that I scored against this guy, and when I get things in my favour, I will always say it. Good bit of play from me. I send Alessandrino on the run. Now watch Walker in the middle marking Neymar. He catches up. How has that gone in? Realistically, how has that gone in? And I just want to show you, if I pause this and go back, look at Walker there. Now what that is, it's an AI clearance. I can guarantee the guy I paid again did not intend for Walker to make the clearance the way that he did. So Neymar scores this goal, by the way. It's not Walker knocking it in. But what Walker has done here is the AI block. Now I just want to go back a little bit and let me do that and show you. Watch Walker's leg. What defender in world football is trying to thwack that ball flying out? They're not. They're going to put themselves in between the player and the body like he did. And I've scored that in the 119th minute of extra time. That guy has been screwed over by the game. Because there's no justifiable reason why his Walker does not get there ahead of my Neymar to stop that goal going in. And it's things like this that are infuriating for people. Because when you are playing a game and there's nothing you can do about the game screwing you over, it's frustrating. And I messaged him afterwards saying that 8th goal was bull. And he was like, I appreciate it. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I feel bad for you. Like, it is bull. And some of you will argue, okay, but it balances out, it balances out. It doesn't matter if it balances out. It just shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. And that's a clearance that he hasn't intended to do. The computer has decided the best way for Walker to clear that ball is to try and absolutely lever it flying or whatever. And it's not. It wasn't in that situation. He covered me off. All he has to do is step in, touch it, and clear it. So that's the first clip I want to show you. I want to show you a couple more. I will be right back. Alright guys, and so this clip here is one that I've seen a lot of pro players talk about this weekend. I've seen 3 or 4 people talk about it. And it's about the way in which goalkeepers are reacting. And I don't know if it's a server issue. We don't really know what it is. But watch Van der Sar in this clip. Now, the moment this ball goes to the top, I held down Y. And I looked on my bottom screen and he was not coming up. But watch it. So, this ball comes in here. I tackle him. He lofts this ball over the top. I press Y. Van der Sar half comes, then stops, comes back. And he's able to tap the goal in because Van der Sar didn't come collect that ball. And it's that sort of stuff there that I have a problem with. So I've seen the ball over the top. I press Y to bring Van der Sar out and he does not come out. On the bottom screen, he does not move any bit. And actually what you see when the ball comes over is Van der Sar's actually stepping back. So I back it up a little bit here. If you watch Van der Sar here, he's walking backwards. He only registers my Y push once his player gets to the ball. And so for that, I'm like, I don't like the idea of scripting or whatever it is, but why is my keeper not coming to the ball there? You can see I press Y, he backs up, and if you look at the bottom bit on that, if you want to rewind it, you can see my keeper initially steps up when I press Y, and then he walks back again. There's nothing I can do about that goal at all. Because he's locked up the ball. It's a good goal in the end from the guy, don't get me wrong, the way he scores the goal is great. But it's a massive problem for me, because again, that's not down to my skill set, that's down to the fact that the game isn't registering my Y pushes. And I've seen it all over Twitter this weekend, people saying that like button pushes just aren't being registered at all. Like someone said they were pushing Y and it just isn't making the through ball in any way, shape or form. Or the A for the pass or the B for the shot. It's non-stop. And it's all over Twitter. Why is this still an issue? Fix it. Like, it's not difficult. Go and fix it. But I want to show you one more clip. And it's, I think, again, conducive of the problems this game has right now. I'll be right back. Alright guys, and so this is the final clip that I want to show you, and to me it's conducive of everything that is wrong with this game. The random way in which the game seems to play or things seem to happen, and to me it's a server issue. I think it registers the button taps and the direction after it should do. If it registered at the right time, it wouldn't be a problem. So let me just show you this miss. So really good build-up play for me here in this one. Just passing, running with Navas, release it into Alessandrini. Onto Neymar, back to Alessandrini. I've opened him up at this point. We lay it off, and Neymar fires wide from there. And I get if it was a terrible player, but this is Neymar we're talking about. Let me go back a little bit more. And at this point here, when the ball comes to Neymar, I drill it near post. He fires it far post. I know you couldn't see it properly there, but I drill that near post. The near post shot there is the most effective shot, and it ends up going wide on the other side of the goal. And I don't understand, to me, how that happens. And it is conducive. I'm seeing it all over Twitter, people saying these players are inexplicably missing these shots. And while the gameplay is the way it is, it's just not worth it. It just isn't worth it. And it's not that I'm expecting complete and utter perfection and the game to run smoothly 24/7, but I do expect the bare minimals to work. Like shooting with a player with that amount of finishing, being able to at least get it on target. If he's got Nick Pope in goal and he dives across the net and saves it, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. It's the fact that he's gone and missed that shot. And it's frustrating to me. And this is why I say Foot Champs is a scam. The time taken to get rewards, the gameplay being terrible, and the rewards themselves, to me, just make it not worth it for the common player. For pro players, for someone like me, without being blunt, I'm not the greatest player in the world, but I'm 14-4. I can get it wins relatively easily in terms of being able to get goal free without too much stress at all. But if you are someone who's getting used to this game, trying to get better at this game, and wanting to grind out the gameplay in this game, the time taken just isn't worth it. And so a lot of the time, I'm going to blunt, I don't find it fair. I think it's unfair. I benefited a lot this weekend from some of that stuff. I've also been hampered by it. And the game should run well. It should run well. I am interested to hear what you guys think about it, so please do comment down below. Even if you disagree with me, as long as you're not throwing swear words into my comment section, I'll always engage in conversation. I've got no qualms with that at all. And this isn't sour grapes. I set out to get goal free. I got goal free. It's not a stress to me. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know how your gameplay this weekend has been and if you're enjoying Foot Champs at the moment. But that is going to be the end of this video. As always, please do like the video. It massively helps the channel to continue to grow. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. And check me out on Twitch. I live stream most days at 5:30. But for now, lads, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.